Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. Yeah, the Solana chart has reacted yesterday to this micro support region I communicated. Is it already the breakout? We'll have to see. I mean, it's Saturday. Normally we don't see that much price action on a Saturday, but we might already be in an internal third wave here. But let's zoom out. I mean, these are smallest movements, really not so relevant. If we zoom out, we can see that from the April low, yeah, we've seen 5 waves up. I mean that was a given. That's the thesis that this was a 5 wave move up. So naturally, after a 5 wave move up, we expect a 3 wave pullback. That 3 wave pullback landed where it needed to in this region around $143.50. There was some support in the region here around $151, which is not surprising given that this is where the VRVP spike showed, okay, here in this area. So there was some support that was found here on the 1st of June, 2nd of June, and then it actually moved through this area, which also, I mean, was kind of the expectation, right? Because we wanted to see a 5 wave move down. It's always on the chart. So either way, I mean, what was possible, what still is possible is here a broader wave 2 correction. Solana could cope with that, okay? So this chart could cope with a broader correction, A wave, B wave, C wave, because what we have from the 13th of May or 14th of May high, we have a 3 wave move down. So technically, some kind of a correction seems to be over, some kind of a low seems to be in. Whether this is really the wave 2 and we're rallying from here in a third wave remains to be seen, you know. It could simply be a broader correction as shown in orange. And honestly, both scenarios are very plausible. Why? Because the market has plenty of room still in this support area, which ranges all the way down to $109.78. So this support area down here remains relevant. Whenever we have a rather shallow correction, that's just always the risk. But if the market is really bullish, we cannot rely on a deep pullback. So communication was, we'll get a 3 wave move down, and then there's a potential for a larger recovery rally. But to distinguish between orange and yellow, we don't have enough data yet. But in both cases, the overall outcome should eventually be the same, which is new highs above the May high. That's at least my expectation, as long as we're holding $109.78. At the moment, both of these bullish scenarios are still possible and plausible. And then I shared with you that, late yesterday, that this here might be another 1-2 setup. This is nothing I published on YouTube. This was covered in our membership area. The price dipped actually into it already and has reversed out of it. The question is, do we get another dip into support or not? Nobody can tell you. I mean, it's not about that, right? The idea was that the local trend is up as long as we're holding Fibonacci support, but I wouldn't call it a high quality trade setup because this is so small. We haven't even broken above any of the previous swing highs. And this is so small that even normal volatility can just invalidate it. So it's not a high quality 1-2 setup like the larger degree one that we see here. Or like the one would be that, you know, that we get if we get all these 5 waves, and that's also a wave 1, that would be more reliable, right? Because it's not getting invalidated if Bitcoin suddenly has a cough. Do you know what I mean? So it's just too small, okay? It's just too small. But either way, support held. So the focus can be on higher prices next. We could be watching for a third wave. And if we get all these 5 waves, then I would say it's less likely that we are in the orange scenario. Because the orange count would be an ABC structure. Any 5 wave move up from here will help. And at the moment, the support area to keep the local upside trend alive is between $143.94 and $148.25. We could easily test it once more, this support area. Yeah, could easily test it once more, not needed, because the price already dipped into it. So yeah, that's at the moment the idea. And then the next milestone targets for the bulls will be a break above $154.30. Last swing high, next swing high, $158. And then $164. These are the next micro resistance levels. But as long as we know what support is, and is holding. The focus short term can be on higher prices. The dip or the low on Thursday definitely has the potential that it was a meaningful low. That's the update on Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure to follow us on X. Here on our X profile, you'll find additional info, updates, and much more. Also, this is probably the space that you'll find me answer questions most frequently. Obviously, just after our membership. In our membership, I'll try to answer them all if they are posted in the right spaces. But yeah, on X, you will be able to discuss with us, but also with others. And there's a lot of additional content here that you won't find on YouTube. So check it out. Link is in the description. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.